We need your help, Logan.
The king has made his decision. Logan's life will be spared.
I know you will never
he's
forgive
done
me for
some
the
horrible
things I've
shit.
done. You told me so once, remember? Of course I do. But what matters now is that we defend our land. The castle is yours, and so is the throne. I'm glad to be rid of them.
I don't doubt that. Probably is glad to be rid of him, honestly.
You have fulfilled the first part of your destiny. You were little more than a child when you left the castle. You have become a hero, a leader, and now, finally, a monarch. But your journey is not yet done. Now you are king. You can know the truth. Albion will soon be attacked, and the threat could not be greater.
Why wouldn't you tell me this sooner?
Darkness is coming to our land. It cannot be reasoned with, it cannot be halted. The ruler of Albion is all that stands between the world we inhabit and that darkness. That is why you had to take your brother's place. The course of history demands it.
Because a hero needs
If you do not succeed, everything we know will come to an end.
Why didn't you tell me all this at the start? It was never about Logan, was it?
I told you what you needed to know, and I never spoke anything but the truth. With Logan on the throne,
It was about Logan.
Albion would have been doomed. This much I know. Only with a hero wearing the crown do we stand a chance of survival.
And how do I stop it?
You won't. Its arrival is inevitable. 1 year from now, the darkness will fall upon Albion. All you can do is prepare, and hope to save as many of your people as you can. How you do so is up to you. Two paths lie ahead. You may keep the promises you have made and be known as a benevolent ruler. But understand that doing so will leave little to spend on the kingdom's protection and may lead you to disaster. It is not easy to be popular and keep the treasury full, unless you are willing to sacrifice your personal wealth. But you may also choose to break those promises, to harm your people in order to save them. You will not lack the means to build the army you need, but you will be hated. This path will cast you in the role of a tyrant, as it did your brother. You have 1 year to do what Logan could not. Be the ruler that readies Albion for the greatest threat it has ever faced. And be the hero that can stand against it.
Oh, I thought it was gonna have me choose now. Okay. $100. Let's do melee, honestly. Interesting.
Your Majesty, I'm not sure what to say after receiving such news. The darkness that is coming. People won't understand what it means. Nobody could, without living through it first.
Honestly.
We need to prepare. If we can't stop the attack from happening, we have to be ready when it comes. Having Logan's troops on our side is a good start. But you will need to raise a fortune to pay for the army we'll need. Hobson will show you the treasury, and I'm sure he can explain just how to fill it.
Indeed I can.
Then I will leave you to it. Ben and I will begin recruiting and training soldiers at once.
If you will follow me, Your Majesty. Oh, how I have looked forward to this moment. This is it, Albion's royal treasury, the store of the kingdom's total wealth.
Okay. What is that, 400,000, that's it?
It's, well, not as replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold, a topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about. Which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year. As you probably know, your brother was taxing the people rather heavily, and some say that this has led to poverty, starvation, and other societal ills. You have 3 clear choices, Your Majesty. 1, lower the tax rate, which one could argue would help the poor and the hungry,
my money,
but would also leave the treasury in a miserable state. 2, maintain Logan's policies. Not a popular move with the people, but moderately popular with the treasury. And 3, and don't let my enthusiasm influence you in any way, raise the taxes even further. True, many will suffer in the short term, but we will be able to protect the kingdom and run our fingertips over vast amounts of gold in this very room. What will it be, Your Majesty?
Fuck. Raise the tax. Fuck, shit. I'm raising the tax rate, honestly.
Very well, Your Majesty. Ah, an arousing sight, is it not? Breathe in that gilded air. Our tax collectors have not wasted any time carrying out your wishes. Certainly some people will starve to death, but it's a small price to pay for the security of our land. If you carry on being this decisive, the treasury will soon be overflowing. Perhaps you could even take a little of the money for yourself. Wink, wink. However you decide to proceed, you should acquaint yourself with the Royal Ledger. It is a logbook that allows the reigning monarch to make deposits and withdrawals from the treasury. A most useful financial tool. But my, look at the time. You really ought to attend to the next item on today's agenda.
Which is talk to Reaver and Bowerstone Industries.
Reaver has a most intriguing proposal for you in Bowerstone Industrial. Now, I know you have had your differences, but it is time to put those behind you and work together. Nobody can raise money like Reaver can, I assure you. I have seen to it that your appearance among the populace is well publicized, so expect a crowd.
Alright, projected civilian casualties. 5 million? Damn. 900,000. So as we get more and more money, I bet that number starts going down.
It's a great day to be alive. And a better day to kill.
Where's this guy?
Nice weapon you've got there. What are you? Compensating for something? You look familiar. Oh yeah, I remember. You look just like this girlie I used to shag!
Where is this guy?
I'd like to come round to your house for tea. And then I'll have your mum.
Shoot him. I have no idea where the fuck this guy's at.
You seem like a very nice person. I kill nice people, you
Sounds
know?
like it's like right here.
Dogs
Huh.
are noble, loyal, and faithful.
Don't tempt
Whatever.
me, Reaver.
Oh, happy day! His Majesty, the King of Albion, graces us with his radiant presence. I knew last time we met that you would emerge victorious from such
Sure you
public
did.
sibling rivalry. And now, here I am, to assist you in filling your coffers till they are fit to burst. What better way to begin your reign than by reinstating one of my most successful policies? There is no greater waste than the idleness of our city's youth, but my employment scheme guarantees children of all ages will have something to occupy them, whilst ensuring our factories are properly manned.
It's just monstrous. Don't listen to him. You promised you would end child labor. Remember that promise now.
Yeah,
What
gonna
would
have
you
to go
us
back on
do
that
with
promise.
the snotty little indigents?
The only way Bowerstone is going to climb out of the gutter is through education. Nothing is more important to our future than that. Turn this factory into a school. Give the children of this city the chance they never had.
A school? Well, that's an
500,000?
original thought. Well,
Now I'm
if
gonna
you'd
have
like
to
be known as a
reinstate
pauper
child
monarch,
labor.
then by all means, listen to her.
These children need to
Reaver
know how
Industries
to
will
make a
abide by
living.
your decision.
The factory will be reopened as it was. We need all the workers we can get.
A most astute choice, Your Majesty. I shall begin the necessary modifications at once.
I will never forgive you for this. After all we've done, you're no different to Logan.
Well, I'm not gonna choose all bad options. So I mean, we gotta make up for it somewhere.
Welcome to the reopening of Reaver Industries Youth Center, where we care for your young 20 hours a day, teach them valuable skills, and ensure they never, ever get into trouble.
20 hours a day? What the hell? Fuck, I feel bad. Fuck, man. I mean, but if we were good, we'd be like...
I have what you need for just the right price.
We'd be...
I'm afraid your
screwed.
property was irreparably damaged during the battle.
What property? Alright, so I have 1 million. Treasury. Oh, I need 6,500,000. Oh. Jeez. Okay.
Sir, it's the great ruler.
At your command.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion.
Your Majesty, so good to see you.
Today, you will decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Reaver shall stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, our victory came at a great cost to the city. You have done little to improve the lives of your citizens since you came to power. but it's not too late to start. I ask that the old quarter be rebuilt, and its former residents rehomed. You wouldn't just be helping those in great need. You'd be sending a message to your people. They're scared, Your Majesty. Let them know
I
they
agree
can
we need to
count on
rebuild it. But I want to hear
Your
both
Majesty,
sides.
the old quarter was indeed devastated by your glorious triumph, but as its name subtly implies, it was old. The cost of rebuilding the area would be a colossal waste of money, and the people who called its decrepit shambles of streets and houses their home are better off without it. Besides, one must question what they have to offer our society. Why build homes for the inept and the unskilled? I recommend you reject Page's proposal and keep the money for more deserving endeavors.
It was our actions that caused the devastation, Your Majesty. But the final decision rests with you.
We destroyed the old quarter, so did.
Has reached his decision. The old quarter shall be, and its residents will have returned.
Thank you. You will be a very popular...
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty. Despite the current climate of fear and great national need, Riva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn old quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new old quarter.
The new old quarter.
It breaks one's
back
heart
down
to see
kind
the
of where we
Treasury so
started.
empty. If we don't do something about it, we will all die. And I have some very definitive retirement plans. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. As you can imagine, the people like to complain about crime and the lack of safety on our streets, and are calling for more guards than your brother was ever willing to pay for. You have 3 choices, Your Majesty. Leave the budget as it is. After all, the people have grown accustomed to murder, theft, and contraband. Increase the budget and fill the streets with soldiers keeping the peace. A rather costly solution. Or take a more considered approach by lowering the budget. For what is the point of a safe, well-policed kingdom when it is too poor to protect itself from certain annihilation?
Raise the guard budget.
The people will be delighted, Your Majesty. But will they thank you when they are dead? Not unless they are turned into some sort of awful zombie creatures. That isn't what is going to happen, is it? Anyway, this will leave a sizable gap in the Treasury. Unless you can cover the expenses out of your own pocket, I'm afraid we shall be in dire straits indeed. Let us now turn our attention to the rest of today's business. Here is the royal schedule I have prepared.
Decide on the castle's decoration. Rule on the status of Aurora. Embark on a journey of adventure and exploration. Alright?
As you can see, you have a busy day in the court, but a tremendously enjoyable one. Decoration is a passion of mine, and I simply cannot wait to see your choice. The interior designers await you in the throne room.
Cool.
Majesty?
You are looking well today, my lord.
Hello, your awesome
My
supreme.
king. How are you this fine day, sir?
All stand to attention for the king of the... Today you decide on the decor of the castle.
Hell yeah.
2 of Albion's greatest interior designers have come to present their suggestions.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I am Herman Worthy, and I have a design in mind that will blow your little royal socks off. Imagine a celestial scheme capable of lifting the shadows that haunt these halls. A fabulous balance of serene hues that announce to the world, I am a strong, virtuous leader. Hear me roar. But also, look how pretty my home is. You are an enlightened king. Let the heart of your castle be enlightened too.
Celestial? Serene? Pretty? Do you wish to be known as a ruler or as a fool? I am Sybil Maleficent, Your Majesty, and I can tell you that people respect what they fear. This castle should be a fortress of dread. I propose that we flood the rooms and corridors with blood, or at least a suitable paint substitute. Let all those who look upon this palace know terror, whether they be your subjects or your enemies.
It may seem trivial, but appearances can affect the opinion of the entire kingdom. The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
Honestly, I kind of want to go with the evil Decor.
I wish this to be a fortress of dread.
The readers of Castle Design Weekly will be delighted with your intelligent choice.
Well, I, for one, am seriously considering cancelling my subscription. You're all witches!
Hello there, Your Majesty.
Today you decide on the future of Aurora, Your Majesty. Kaelin will speak for her people. Riva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Of course.
I am here to seek the protection.
Minus
we
700?
promised. It is too long since my people felt
Holy
safe.
Shit.
Or knew of life without suffering. We were honored to join your fight to claim Albion. Now it is time we joined your kingdom. Do what your brother failed to do. Help us to rebuild Aurora and protect it as you would your own land.
There is nothing so noble as embracing other cultures, and I, for one, could not be happier to count Aurora as part of Albion. But surely they must work for that privilege, and I happen to know just how to put them to good service. There is an abandoned mine in the Auroran desert that holds enough materials to benefit the whole kingdom. Let us employ Kaelin and her people to gather what resources there may be. That can be their payment.
You are talking about forced labor.
Well, let's not get bogged down in semantics. It's a fair transaction.
I know you will not break your oath. You understand what we have been through.
The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
Ah, shit. He makes a good point. Why can't we send them help and have them pay us for it? Honestly. Shit.
My people have suffered enough. It is peace we need, not forced servitude.
I don't know. 'Cause we have them work for us. Benefits everyone. I mean, they are pretty far away. I mean, they should be paying us, honestly. I wish it could, like, combine it. Like, be like, force them to do labor and protect them. And then... So then it's only, you know, minus 200,000. fuck. I want to keep the promise. But I kind of want to
By
break
all
it at the same time.
means, let us make Aurora part of Albion, but let's make sure they pay the full price of admission.
Ugh. Fuck.
I implore
I
you,
don't
Your
know.
Majesty, do not listen to this man.
I'm gonna have to break promise.
Aurora will become part of Albion, but they must work for this privilege.
The king has spoken. Aurora shall be mined for resources. Its people shall receive the protection of the throne in exchange for their labor.
Oh, okay.
You are
Yeah,
no
that's kind of
better
what I
than your brother. He may have left us to die, but you wish only to exploit us.
It is what it is.
Welcome to the new and improved Aurora, an oasis of friendship, camaraderie, and valuable resources. Visit the city that Reaver Industries rebuilt from sand and tour the local mines, where you can witness the Aurorans' refreshingly vigorous work ethic. Aurora, a gem glowing in the darkness.
A wise decision in court today, Your Majesty. While it is true that your popularity in Aurora has suffered, the people closer to home are not too concerned. This could prove to be a very profitable arrangement. And speaking of Aurora and profits, we may have stumbled upon some very exciting news in that area. It seems that a group of Albion explorers visiting Aurora have discovered a rare diamond in the desert. They heard the legend of this extraordinary gem from the locals, and understandably set out to find it, without a moment's regard for their own lives. Which may go some way to explaining why only one of the explorers returned in one piece. He came back empty-handed, speaking of the hideous desert beings protecting the treasure. Think of the glory, Your Majesty, the adventure, the romance, the large sums of money we stand to make. The diamond is located in one of the caves beneath the Auroran wasteland, reportedly the site of an ancient, abandoned temple. You need only to take it.
Okay.
Welcome to the Saint.
Oh, meet Theresa. Hell yeah. Oh, I mean Elise. Why am I saying meet Theresa? Okay, so we have 850,000 of 6,500,000. I would say we could just take all the money out and start investing in property to get income, but
how could you?
honestly, that would actually take a long time.
It's our mighty king. Hello.
Darling, I'm so glad you've come. I spoke to Laszlo. He said he understood, which made it even harder. I wish he'd called me awful names and thrown me out.
Always simpler that way. But he doesn't seem the sort.
He's a good man, and I'll always love him. But not like I love you. So, what are we waiting for? If we're to spend the rest of our lives together, let's start right now. Isn't there something you want to ask me?
You know, you're more handsome now than when we first met in the castle. There's the love of my life. Wow.
Hey!
Oh!
That's it.
Darling, you're
Alright,
wonderful.
I think I have to get all the way up.
Well, if that's how you treat your fans, forget it.
Hi.
Yes, beautiful.
Ah,
You never cease
proposed
to
marriage.
amaze
Love
me.
you. Marry me.
Oh, darling, of course I will. And just think, one day our children will ask, Mum, how did Daddy propose to you? And I'll say, right in the center of Bowerstone Industrial. It was terribly romantic.
Buy a home for your family to live in, or choose an existing one.
Yeah, Bowerstone Castle.
Choose where you would like to have your wedding ceremony. Oh, this is exciting.
25 cents. 1 cent. 0. Free. Street wedding. 75. Ooh. Winter wedding. Ooh. Now let's do it at the castle, honestly. Royal wedding. 20,000.
Always were a smooth one, weren't you?
Hold on.
There's...
I want to do something real quick. I want to fast travel.
the love of my life.
I'm gonna take out 50,000 gold from the treasury. Pay for our royal wedding.
Your Majesty. This is royal magnificence. Hello.
At your command.
So, because I picked red, it's red. But if I would have picked the other one, I think it would have been blue. Like a light blue. I do like light blue. Honestly, I'd rather have kept purple, but you know.
Attention.
It is what it is.
The creatures protecting the gem are part of Auroran folklore, but they should be no match for a hero of your stature.
Oh, transfer money from treasury. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's only 8,000. I just want 50.
According to the legend, the diamond is the largest the world has ever known. Can you imagine?
Ah, hello.
How much money do I have now? Okay, yeah. Alright. Just making sure I had it. Gotta take some money out. I want to repair the castle. For some reason, it's not repaired.
Hey there, Your Majesty.
Do the royal wedding. So what does the repair stuff do anyways? Repair. Yes. Alright.
Hey, Reaver's factory is open again.
Greetings, my liege.
You know, you're more handsome now than when we first met in the
I have
castle.
something I want to ask. Will you marry me?
Oh, darling, of course I will. And just think, one day our children will ask, Mum, how did Daddy propose to you? And I'll say, right in the centre of Bowerstone Industrial. It was terribly romantic.
Buy a home for your family to live in, or choose... Where would you like to be married?
Royal
I'm so
wedding.
happy.
Because she is becoming queen.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Congratulations! Getting out among the people has paid off. Remember that interacting with the citizens of Albion is generally a reliable way to gain followers.
Oh, darling, I'm so happy. We made the right decision. I've never been more sure of anything in my life. Have you noticed, darling, your subjects are a
Sex
bit
invite.
lukewarm about you?
Divorce.
Interesting.
No, sex invite.
You have just read my mind.
Oh, darling, what an amazing place. I absolutely love it. I was just thinking about you, my love, as always.
What important news?
I could do this forever.
Alright, where's
Greetings,
Majesty.
the bedroom?
At your command. At your service,
This
my
way?
king.
Yay!
You sure you want to let go? Nothing feels better than having your hand in mine.
For some reason we're walking so slow.
Oh, I was quite... Nothing feels better than having your hand in mine.
Sir.
You sure you...
Yes.
I could do this forever.
It's when you get stuck. Use sex.
Remember when we
Unprotected.
used to sneak up to your room in the castle? Fancy reliving those memories.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yes. My love, yes.
Oh, jeez.
I never want it to end. You won't believe
Right there?
this, but
Yep. Okay, thank God.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
I've never been so
That's
happy.
my first thing I always do.
Oh, who's a happy girl?
I get a
Who
child.
is?
Oh, it's girl. Becky? Really? Who named?
This is for you.
Can I rename our
There's
kid?
the love of my life.
Yes, yes. The girl's name is now Callie from Mass Effect.
Haha.
Darling, that's great.
Welcome to the...
Alright, where do we have to go? Here? Questless. Oh. Aurora. How do we get there? Oh, okay. No, there was a... said like 50 killed.
That could have gone better. That person now hates you, but no matter. Hate has its upside. A person who can't stand to be around you will sometimes offer gifts, some might say bribes, to leave them alone.
Ah, that's funny.
If I had a friend like you, I could tell them secrets. Like that I'm gonna set you on fire. It's a...
Ah, shit. Stand Furies. Eat dirt. Or sand in this case. Oh. This way. Oh! What? How did I miss?
I feel like celebrating today. Because today's the day you die.
Sure, buddy. We're almost halfway done with the gnomes. Of course. this? 1 out of 5. Another collectible thing to do? No thanks. But there's one over here, so we will collect it. Oh. Great, it was different. Yeah. Come on. Get maxed out. So you max out your spells and then just shoot them. Seems like. Oh, damn. I wonder what's under all their, like, wrapping. Honestly. I'm surprised nothing's over there. Interesting. Now we're one more way from halfway done. Wait, no. Oh, fucker. Fuck you. That diamond. Let's get it. La 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 la. It's probably gonna be a huge fight here because it's so open. Yep. Ooh, there's a silver key. Fuck you. Cave, can I just...
Ah, hello.
Do this? City of Aurora. No. House conditions. Ah, so that's where I'm upgrading.
Oh.
I have to actually escape the cave on my own. Fuck you, bitch. You're fucking executed. Oh, and what's behind this door? Oh. You know you want to. These are actually nice looking chests in Aurora. And I like how they're different. Aha. I always feel like something is happening because of the music that's playing. Oh, damn. Let's go. Let me get out of here. So many fucking sand furies. Oh, thank God. I think this is the exit. Yeah. Oh. Return to Hobson.
Well,
I'm definitely fast traveling, I can tell you that much. What? Wait, hold on. What did that say? Bowerstone Castle. Return to Hobson. Okay.
Greetings, most munificent and mighty sovereign of all the lands.
Oh, I think it's about the diamond.
My lord, Your Majesty.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, What do you wish to do with this
700,000?
Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the Treasury?
Donate the
Or
Treasury.
perhaps you would prefer the funds were channeled into, let us say, a more personal account? A truly selfless act.
Because I could just take it out if I
need to. I am constantly in awe
to.
of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, your majesty. Bravo.
Okay, this is okay. So that quest alone gave me 50. Okay. So only 5 million people will die. Oh fuck, that's a lot, man.
The Treasury's health is robust, but we must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury, and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child they have. This would keep the population low, but more importantly, the Treasury high.
What's child
benefit? Is it
benefit?
really fair to bring new life into such an uncertain world? And won't that gold go to help the children who have already been born? Of course, you may also choose to keep Logan's policies. The matter is entirely in your hands.
Introduce child fines.
I'm so happy you decided to follow my suggestion. There will be less mouths to feed and more gold to stockpile. A win-win situation. If one ignores the inevitable loss of popularity. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day.
Consider proposals to renovate the Bowerstone shelter and orphanage. Consider proposals on how to deal with excess sewage. Meet with Paige.
As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reaver's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
They always are.
Everything all right, Your Majesty? My lord?
All stand
Maybe
to
I
attention for the
shouldn't
King
have
of
done the
Albion.
child fines. But for right now, for at least the first year, there
This
should
hearing
be.
concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reaver will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned.
1 million?
And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be their only hope of survival. Isn't it time we held out a helping hand to those who need it most? The shelter is underfunded and the building has fallen into disrepair. Invest in the shelter and orphanage, and perhaps we can begin to create a better future for Albion's forgotten people.
I could not agree more. The city and its people are in dire need.
I'm
And
so
it's not
tempted to
charity
brothel.
they require. It is love. I propose we use this dilapidated building to help both them and ourselves. For love and money have always gone hand in hand. Let us inaugurate Bowerstone's first brothel.
A brothel?
Brothel, bordello, whorehouse. The name is unimportant.
Whorehouse.
What matters is that the people get the love they need, and we get their money.
Yes, it's for your
Oh.
majesty to decide. Refurnish the shelter and orphanage, or convert it into a house of ill repute.
The brothel, 1,250,000. Fuck it, the brothel.
a high-class brothel.
It is time Bowerstone had its first whorehouse.
The shelter shall become a brothel.
Excellent, Your Majesty. I will see to it immediately. And I mean immediately.
This is exploitation, Your Majesty. Your people won't be pleased.
Fuck, I know. Okay. I'm sorry.
Does your heart
That
have
money
a
was
sizable hole
too
that can be
intimidating to
filled
pass up.
only with love? Do your pockets jingle with leftover gold?
Look how nice it
Then
looks.
Riva Industries is pleased to present the
Oh, but it's
House of
brothel now.
Requited
Ooh,
Affection,
she's pretty.
where money really does guarantee happiness.
I'm happy with that choice.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue. The disposal of the city's waste. Riva will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late, even more nauseating than usual. I fear it is not merely the stench of the underprivileged. Bowerstone is beginning to have a serious waste disposal issue. We require an inexpensive and efficient solution, and I believe I have hit upon one. Now, currently, part of our waste is being disposed of in the Morningwood Marsh. With very little effort, Riva Industries could redirect all of the Bowerstone sewer system to flow directly into that region. As you know, it's a desolate place with no financial or cultural value to the kingdom. There can be little discussion as to the logic of this decision.
Hang on. This isn't right. Not right at all. We're all children of the soil. It's in our hearts. It's in our blood. It's under our fingernails. What I mean is, we're all equal when it comes to dirt, like. From dirt we come to dirt we go, yes? We who reside in Morningwood have as good a claim to being clean as anyone. And what of Morningwood itself? Its nature spirits, its woodland elves, and water fairies. Do they not deserve freedom from pollution too? Don't destroy paradise with your urban dregs, man. Channel the waste. Be one with the cycle of life. You have all these, like, factories and stuff, don't you? Turn one into a, what do you call it? One of those things, a sewage reclamation facility. Right on.
What shall you decide, Your Majesty?
Well, I'm not going to destroy an entire town just for waste.
Morningwood is to be left unspoiled. We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
The king has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The sanitation committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You are in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best.
I do. Meet with Paige.
There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Riva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no
and people get jobs
without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Paige has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
Who knows?
A little something new has appeared in the sanctuary shop.
Not right now. Alright, so we're only losing now 3,700,000. Better than fucking 5 million, honestly. But it's still a pretty big chunk of our population.
Hello, Your Majesty.
I trust you're well, sir.
Well met, my lord.
Hi, big shot. Can I be of service, my lord?
Your Majesty.
Ooh, hello.
Ah, it's the great ruler.
Alright, I'm married.
Greetings, my lord.
I can't.
Greetings, my lord.
I'd like to come round to your house for tea. And then I'll have your mum.
Oh, wow.
Who's that little shit? I don't know where he is, but no one is. Can't even get through there, so. So we need 6,500,000 essentially to probably to save everyone.
It's not every day a king walks into the rebel headquarters. I thought maybe you'd forgotten where it all started.
What do you want, Paige?
I don't know if you still care about your people, but since you took the throne, crime has been flourishing. You're starting to have a serious problem on your hands. There's one man in particular.
I put guards everywhere.
Nigel Ferret. He's making this city his own. Every criminal in Bowstone reports to him now. He's too powerful for me to deal with, and he's not easy to find. But I know how you can get to him.
50, okay.
Good. Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
Okay.
Hello.
And then once I do this quest, I will...
Oh.
I will have enough to upgrade my gun to the final level.
I like to think about puppies. About slowly crushing them.
If you cooperate, you won't get hurt. But if you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean big, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the... Who's it gonna be then? Oh look,
Me.
we have a volunteer. The king, no less. Have at him, fellas.
You're going to try to kill the king? Yes.
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the hideout in Industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorized individual.
If it
That
were
can't
up
be
to
me.
me, no one would ever get sick.
Because I'm authorized for everything.
Starting with you.
Hello, superhero.
So, you teaching your little one to be a hero too? Hello. Great.
Hey there.
I will have another kid soon.
Leader, Your Majesty.
Greetings, Your
Yay!
Service, my king.
Hello,
Greetings,
Your
my
Majesty.
I always
How
want
good
two
to see
kids.
you. Hello, sir.
Maybe 3.
I trust you're well, sir.
Most likely 3. Like in real life, I either want 2 kids or 3. I do not want more than 3. Fucking. I hope whoever I marry in the future doesn't want more than 3, because that's a lot of kids to take care of.
You again.
Hello.
It
I'll call
does
you
tend to
again.
obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout, if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which
I'm the
employ
king.
you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Kill him. Fast.
Oh, what have we here? A notorious murderer, if I'm not mistaken. This should be interesting.
Incoming, lads! Magic ain't gonna save you. This will be carve up your heart and eat it.
Blocked! Up yours!
Oh, dang! Okay. I like that one. I just step to the side, snap his neck with my trusty hammer stick.
You're still standing, mate. Hit him back!
The sound does get distorted a lot.
Please set me free.
Ow. There you go, boy.
Hey, what you want done with your body after you're dead? Hit him back!
What's down here? Oh, no one in jail. Just a silver key. Get in there.
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain.
You
Even
just
should it
imprison
transpire
yourself.
that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I
Watch it be
desire.
the wrong cell.
Meanwhile, my
Aw,
compatriots
there's
shall
2 of these
brutalize your
guys.
person.
This is all you've got, then?
Boom!
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer,
Okay.
Hermit. It's over.
I'm listening.
That pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay in there and rot. But that's for the king to decide.
Nah, fuck staying there and rot. Reject bribe.
You royal miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
Sorry, dude. I was so tempted. It's 100,000, but I decided not to. Cause he was a pain in my ass when he kidnapped my wife.
You have made great strides, Your Majesty. Witness the glory of your treasury.
My future.
Don't you just want to go swimming in all that gold?
I actually
But
do.
the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's drinking laws. Under Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol they can purchase per day. As you can imagine, this has proved a rather unpopular measure. And yet many respected members of the community think the law does not go far enough. They would like alcohol consumption wholly abolished among the commoners. They feel, rather reasonably, that it leads to improper behavior and raucous public spectacles. These concerned nobles are willing to pay handsomely for the change in policy. Meanwhile, the commoners themselves would like the restrictions completely lifted, claiming they infringe upon their freedom and their rights. You cannot please everyone, Your Majesty, but you must make a decision. The residents of Millfields will be most pleased. They will find it money well spent, and I find it money well received. Let us move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead.
Rule on the possible reopening of Brightwall Academy. Of course we're gonna reopen it. Consider proposal to drain Bower Lake. Meet with a concerned and wealthy citizen.
Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
Oh, yeah. I do whatever it takes to make money, but I also want my kingdom to flourish.
Ready to serve, Your Majesty.
Hello there.
Whoa! Oh. Ooh. Oh, you a mover.
Yeah.
Oh, put me down! Put me down!
You better watch your step. Me musket's loaded.
At your orders, sir.
That's not
Greetings,
bad
Your Majesty.
at all.
I trust you're well, sir. Greetings, sir. At your orders. My king.
That's what I want to know. Greetings, Your Majesty.
All stand for the king.
I wonder where my wife is. Honestly.
This is very exciting.
Today you decide on the status of the Brightwall Academy, Your Majesty. Samuel will speak for the town and its scholars. Reaver will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty.
Break promise,
It was your
300,000.
father who opened the doors to Albion's greatest seat of learning. Under his rule, knowledge and culture flourished, and so did the people of Brightwall. I ask only that you return to the wisdom of those days. Your brother closed the academy down, but it is in your hands to restore it.
There is no greater proponent of the arts than myself, and I celebrate knowledge in all its forms. But our people are frightened and confused. The last thing they need is knowledge. Allow them the benefit of ignorance. Let only those who are truly prepared make use of the academy. The elite of our society will pay handsomely to indulge in erudition.
But only the rich will be able to afford to learn.
Precisely. Why give wisdom away when one can charge for it?
What do you wish to do, Your Majesty?
Oh, but you know, I didn't give the children schools, so might as well give the adults schools.
The Brightwall Academy will be open to all who wish to learn.
The Brightwall Academy shall be reopened, and Albion will once again have a free centre of learning.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. This is the start of a new day for us all.
Very
I was so
well.
tempted
I will make
with
the arrangements at
Reaver's
once.
proposal. Oh, only the rich can learn.
Stimulate your intellect in the newly reopened Brightwall Academy. Suckle the knowledge from the land's greatest minds and avail yourself of the best library ever assembled. Everyone, from the most impoverished genius to the wealthiest idiot, is welcome. Brightwall Academy. Whatever you earn, it's the place to learn.
But if we would have went with this, he would have made it look better too.
The court summons Page and Reaver. The matter before you today is the future of Bower Lake. Reaver will offer his proposal. Page will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, a recent survey of Bower Lake has found that the waterbed is rich in valuable metals. Now, as amusing as it would be to make workers hold their breath as they mine these resources, I fear it would be impractical. Instead, we have no choice but to dam the river and drain the lake of all water. Once that is done, we will have a ready-made quarry, ripe for the plucking. It will be a pity to disfigure the landscape so close to my former home, but it is a sensible course of action in light of our current needs.
Bower Lake is the last piece of natural beauty remaining in Bowerstone. It belongs to our history and should be protected. Don't take it away from us. You'll be taking away part of this city's soul with it.
Oh, really?
You may not have improved the people's lives inside this city, but are you also going to destroy the one place they can find peace?
The decision is yours to make, Your Majesty.
My dog's just sitting there. Oh shit. Tempted to mine it, honestly.
Once this war is over, the lake can be refilled and all the poets, idyllic goat herders and...
Page is right.
Damn.
We must protect our natural resources. Bower Lake is to be left untouched.
The king has ruled. Bower Lake's natural beauty is hereby protected by order of the crown.
Thank you. Let's show the world Albion is worth defending.
Is a pretty view worth more than a treasury full of gold? I bow to your greater wisdom.
Fuck. I tried to change it, but I already had A pushed down and it wouldn't let me.
As someone whose home has overlooked the resplendent Bower Lake, I am pleased to declare the official protection of this natural wonder.
It is beautiful.
May its water drown anyone who doesn't appreciate its beauty.
I trust the court was not too dull today. In any case, I'm confident your final task will be most enjoyable. A loyal and wealthy member of our community has offered to make a sizable donation to our treasury.
Ooh.
Her only request
Really?
is that you go to Millfields to make the collection in person. A perfect chance to stretch your legs, Your Majesty.
Okay, I'm down. So, I wonder what they want. I want to buy a house. Where was it? No, it was Brightwall. This house. Oh, really? I actually went by.
Now that you own a second house, you can move your family into it if you like.
Repair. Don't have enough. Adjust rent to high. Because I'm about to repair the treasury. I just need
It's about time the richer people of this city started contributing to the kingdom's defense effort.
Honestly. Ah. Now let's repair it. Really? Fuck. Just get another. Sure. That should be good.
The lady in question is called Muriel, and I believe she's ready to...
Now let's repair it and then be on our way. There we go. Alright. And now we want to go where... Millfield... What is this? Well, let's go here first.
Congratulations, you've made a friend. In addition to being jolly good company, friends can give each other gifts and even discounts at shops that they own.
I know where the thief is. He fled into the woods.
Madam, I understand you want to recover what you've lost, but those woods are simply too dangerous. It would be suicide to enter them without combat experience, or training, or skill.
I don't want to enter them. I want you to.
Right. I was talking about me.
Oh, just forget it. Ah, Your Majesty, it's such an honor to have you here. If only fate hadn't conspired to make me look like a fool. I so wanted to make a contribution to the noble cause. What's the use of a priceless heirloom if we're all going to perish in who knows what frightful way? I had taken the statuette out of the family vault, ready for your visit, only for a common thief to take it in broad daylight. Can you believe it, Your Majesty? The thief ran into the woods, and naturally the soldiers are too scared to follow. Why must the uneducated be so superstitious? But you know no such fear, do you? Find the villain, Your Majesty. He has stolen more than a statue. He takes with him the future of our kingdom. Beware the woods, Your
Makes a good
Majesty.
point.
The soldiers may be superstitious, but there's no denying dangerous beasts lurk within. Good
Let me
luck.
guess, Balverines.
I know
yeah.
you will succeed.
I figured. Yeah, if I was a guard, I wouldn't want to go in there either. Especially if there's Balverines. Damn, he's covered in blood.
Looking for the statue, Your Majesty. Follow the white Balverine.
Okay. So he knows I'd be coming. This is definitely a trap, of course. I wonder if he's a white Balverine, honestly. I'm gonna guess they're all gonna attack me at once, most likely. If I were to guess. Or I'm gonna have to like attack their cave or something. You know what I just noticed? Fable, you know, I'm not sure about Fable 1. Fable 2 and 3 have Balverines. Dragon Age has a type of Balverine. I mean, werewolves, but pretty much Balverines. Werewolves are pretty much Balverines, so. Oh yeah, this is definitely a trap. Ooh, there's a whole village here?
Right, you monster. Prepare to meet your... Oh, I'm so sorry. For a moment there, I thought you were a Balverine. Damn things are always trying to get through our defenses. We burn silver nitrate in those lamps to keep them out. Kills them pretty quick if they hang around for too long. If a lamp goes out, well, I don't like to think what might happen then. One went out just recently, but we got it lit again fast. The man responsible, this bloke Connor, got punished. Severely. Before he disappears into the forest, he tells us there's gonna be a reckoning. He's probably in 25 different stomachs right now. That's my reckoning. You can come on out, everyone. It's safe.
Find the thief.
Sir.
Wait a minute, I think I know what's about to happen. It's gonna be like the elves. In Dragon Age Origins, like the woodland elves. I'm gonna be tempted to take it too, honestly. Oh, I'm always tempted to take the dark.
Your Majesty,
Dark choice.
I've been expecting you. You've been through the village, have you? Charming hamlet. It's full of warm, wonderful people who'll give you the shirt off their back and condemn you to death for one simple mistake. Anyone can fall asleep on watch. You exile him into this forest and call it justice? But enough about that. You're here for that
Oh, he's
statue.
Valkyrie.
It's quite a remarkable thing. It did everything the legend said it would. And now I don't need it anymore. It's funny how things change. So if you want to take it back to that prig in Millfields, it's yours. Nearly free of charge. All I ask is a small favor. Destroy those silver nitrate lanterns. Then the village will get a taste of justice. The choice is yours. And it's a simple one. How simple? If you decline, my brothers will kill you.
Oh no! It has a heartbeat going, so that means it's on a time limit on me choosing. So we can kill the village or protect it. I'm gonna protect it, honestly. Defend the village.
Ah well. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Still, your choice won't save the village. Now that I'm the leader of the pack, we've got some brains to go with our brawn. We'll lose a few of the weaker members, but we'll deal with those lanterns on our own. In the meantime, killing you will be a good way to, shall we say, get the blood flowing.
I mean, I was really tempted, honestly. Tempted to take the Balvin side, but I decided not to.
No, please. Let me live, please. I'm begging you.
Stronger than I imagined, Your Majesty. But not strong enough. Prepare yourself for death.
Yeah, he's a white. Yeah. I'm guessing that means he's like the leader.
You know what I like most about people? You're funny. Well, looks aren't everything. You seem like a very nice person. I killed 9 people, you know.
Damn! Get destroyed, buddy.
king didn't listen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You've saved us from certain destruction. We're in your debt. You'll always be welcome here, should you wish to return. Connor had this on him. It looks like a Belverine. It's yours if you want it.
Oh, that's the statue, okay.
You won't get far with a pig.
We have a lot of work to do to rebuild our community. There's much healing to be done.
Yeah, I bet.
There are new...
Wait, how much is Reaver's mansion? Oh, you can't buy it yet. Damn. I wonder if you can buy it, though.
You're back! Did you find the thief? Did you recover the statue? You found it? Oh,
500 deposit into Treasury.
Oh, excuse me, Your Majesty. I can't let you see me this way. And please, make good use of it.
A magnanimous gesture indeed. Your subjects are lucky to be ruled by one so giving.
$121 days left. So we're only losing 3,300,000. At least we have almost half.
With the fatidic attack not far away now, it is most encouraging to see the Treasury doing so well. It makes one feel safer. I have taken to sleeping beneath the gold, actually. As for today's first order of business, you may have heard about the dire situation the kingdom's economy finds itself in. Logan's policies always kept our cities on the edge of bankruptcy, and the panic caused by the fast-approaching darkness has only exacerbated the situation. I'm afraid the only way to stop this slide into ruin is to bail out Bowerstone's financial institutions. The people are looking at you to save them from economic disaster. But remember that doing so may condemn them to a much darker and bloodier fate. What shall we do, Your Majesty?
I have to bail out the economy. That's like...
You are such a
question.
Magnanimous person. Very well, I will make the arrangements. Life will be easier for your subjects for a while, but the Treasury will not easily recover. I only hope we haven't thrown away our chances of survival. Of course, you could always replenish our gold supplies by donating from your personal funds. Shall we proceed with today's agenda?
I will, eventually. I'm just waiting to get closer. Consider proposal to build military outpost rule on the future of Mist Peak. Oh, okay.
Kalin, the representative for the Auroran people, has requested an audience with you. The court awaits in the throne room.
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to start taking money out before I go bankrupt. And start buying, like, properties.
Ah, it's our mighty king. Hello. Ah, it's the great ruler. Hello.
Your Majesty.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion. Today you must decide how much protection to grant Aurora. Kalim will offer her proposal. Riva will stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, as you know, the threat from the deserts that surrounds my city has not diminished. The darkness could fall upon us once more at any moment. Aurora is part of your kingdom now, and I ask that you grant us protection.
And they are paying us.
Build a desert outpost that can warn my people should the crawler attack. It shall allow us to leave the city in time and ensure the survival of your loyal subjects.
Makes a really good point.
Outpost? I've never heard such nonsense. What shall we do next? Erect taverns under the sea? Plant crops on mountain peaks? It is a foolhardy suggestion. Why should our valiant soldiers suffer sunstroke and chapped lips in a distant land when they could be protecting the people of this very city? Is it really worth risking the lives of all the people outside these walls for a mere alarm system? Of course not. Let us leave the funds and the soldiers where they belong, right here.
The darkness poses a threat to us all. But Aurora has already suffered more than its fair share. The final decision rests with you, Your Majesty.
Aurora is under our protection. It is our duty to build this outpost.
The King's decision is final. A military outpost shall be erected in the deserts that surround Aurora.
We shall not forget this gesture. Aurora thanks you.
Ah, you are a whimsical monarch, and that is why you are so beloved. Very well, it shall be done. Reaver Industries is proud to present an exotic tale of romance, adventure, and sand. The Desert Outpost.
Bring forth Sabine of the Mist Peak Dwellers. Today, you decide on the fate of Mist Peak, home of the Dwellers, Your Majesty. Sabine will speak for his people and their land. Reaver will dispute his cause.
You may speak. I come here seeking nothing but what was promised me and my people.
400,000?
You pledged to restore our home mountains and our right to dwell in them. We have fulfilled our end of the bargain. We have paid with our lives to sit you on that throne. Now you must fulfill your end. Undo the damage your brother did to our land, and our agreement shall be satisfied.
Your Majesty, this sounds both an unnecessary expense and an impudent demand. What value is there in a few trees languishing amongst snow and rock? This is not the time to indulge some idyllic fantasy. Those forests are a resource, and we are in dire need of resources. I propose we expand on your brother's initiative and take what nature offers so readily. Say the word, and I will transform the worthless wasteland of Mist Peak into assets we can use to defend Albion.
These hands are not yet so old or weak that I can't wring that pretty little neck of yours, Reaver.
The refined retort of a true mountain.
Okay, so
you made a promise to Sabine, but it's up to you whether you decide to honor it.
400,000 is a lot, but here's my thing. I'm tempted to go with Reaver,
If you
but
do
the thing
as this
is,
reptile proposes, you will make enemies of my people forever.
But the thing is, I love nature in real life, and so I'd feel horrible destroying nature in a game. So, because I'm against destroying nature in real life, so I mean, gotta hold
I will keep my
promise.
promise to the Dwellers. The Mist Peak Mountains will be restored.
Mist Peak shall become a protected region, and the Dwellers shall be granted authority over its forests and resources.
You are true to your word and your honor. The Dwellers will stand by you till the end.
The forests of Mist Peak are our greatest national treasure, and now thanks to Reaver Industries,
They are.
they have returned to their past splendor. Dwellers, birds, and bunnies are free to roam, laugh, and kill each other as nature intended. Who needs all that lumber anyway?
Because Myspeak's a huge part of our trees in Albion. We can't just destroy them all.
Happy anniversary, Your Majesty. 1 year as King of Albion. Doesn't time just fly? To celebrate this momentous day, I have prepared some fantastic events. First, you will stand still for several hours while a local artist paints your portrait. Then, you will choose the 47 varieties of flowers you wish to be cast at your feet as you parade through the city. Oh, and you will need to sign thousands of autographs, of course. Let's see, you will also be...
Ah, shit. It's making me do this now. Oh, I'm not ready. I want to buy properties so everybody doesn't die. Well, I guess everyone's dying, honestly. Well, the majority of people, honestly.
The day has come, King. It is time for you to face the darkness. But you will do so in your true form. Over the past year, you have made decisions that reveal your nature, and which have affected the lives of all your subjects. You have tried to be a just and popular ruler, but your good intentions have come at a great cost. Most of your people will not survive this attack, but you are more than a king. You are a hero. You are Albion's champion, its protector.
Oh, wow.
This coming battle is the reason you had to take Logan's place. Only you can defeat the creature that dwells in the shadows. If you do not, your kingdom will be gone, and you will die with it. Now go. Do what you were born to do.
So I'm guessing if you choose all, like, evil options, you save everyone, I'm assuming. I thought I had more time. It said I had 121 days. I thought it'd just cut it in half and then be like, okay, you know, this is your last chance to get some money. 4 million citizens are gonna die? Ah, shit. How many citizens do I have? I think I have like 6 million.
It's here.
We're not ready.
The darkness has reached Bowerstone. The attack has barely begun, but already we have suffered terrible casualties. We simply weren't ready. If we don't act quickly, there may not be a kingdom left to defend by dawn.
We have to get out on the streets, now!
Today we fight for Albion!
For Albion!
Damn, I broke some promises, so not everyone was standing with me.
Focus on yourself.
Defend the city with your lives!
No one is stopping you, is it? Yeah! Beat his butt! Nice one! He's not getting up again. Nice! Good work!
It's here! It's here!
Yes! No one is stopping you!
These things are tough! We have to find it. Save our people.
You can never escape darkness.
it flocks to you always.
So many people are dying. Damn. Why is she... That's not Paige. She's reading.
Ha!
This isn't real. It isn't real. This is a nightmare. Someone please tell me it's just a nightmare.
Bloody hell! The Lightbringers have come!
Don't listen to it!
But this is the kingdom of Unlight now! This is the kingdom of death!
I wonder if you had... If there's... Like, where you had, like, negative. I bet, like, you don't even get a chance. You just all die.
You have done such hurtful things. The people you know shall rejoice in your death.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably, like, screaming at me the whole time in the comments, saying that, you know, or like to choose certain options to help myself and them out, but I'm gonna have to live with consequences, just like in Fable 2 where I decided, you know, to get rich instead of...
Dead fingers talk. Dead fingers whisper.
Instead of helping my family, is what I should have chosen, honestly. That was 2 cents money.
You can never
Then I eventually
escape
got
darkness. It flocks to you always. The Dark Guardian shall come and protect us.
Stopping you, is it?
We drink the sounds you give us, the cries of your young, the gurgle.
Pretty much finished this in one day, honestly.
We give thanks for your desperation.
I'm taking some serious punishment here. That's too many. Pick that up! Yes! No one is stopping you, is it? Come on! Can't let these things win!
Not provoke us with the bone gleam shining from your broken body. It is a transgression against the night.
Another one?
The Dark Guardian shall protect the children always.
Nice shooting! No one is stopping you, is it? Oh, that's so beautiful. Only everyone else can cast those spells. Got it? Good. We have to hit it with everything we've got.
You think
shit, my wife, my brother, and Swift. Damn, dude, that is kind of all the stops.
I can feel it. We're getting close to that thing. Where are you? Show yourself.
The lost sheep returns to the flock. No one ever leaves the darkness behind.
What the fuck? What? He's... What?
Do you see?
What the hell?
Do you see what you have allowed? We are all shadows now.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna fight.
We can't get through! Look at what you've done to me!
I'll easily defeat the Welker, I'm sorry.
We are the Swarm!
What the hell?
Tainted! Tainted, broken little toys!
Oh, so when I charge something up, that's when my true potential comes out.
You rule over a graveyard. Is that what you wanted?
No. What's this do?
No! Let me go!
Oh, shit.
Let me go! You can beat it! You have to!
The fate for this, Walter! I called my own darkness.
I'm sorry.
They're gonna kill off Walter.
You took away the darkness. It's been inside me all this time. But it's light now. I can see the sky. And it's light. I don't think I can fight anymore.
It's all over, Walter. We won. We beat it together.
Do you remember the stories I tell you when you were a child? There was a great king once. The mightiest hero of them all. Remember what you would say?
Teach me to be a hero.
You've done me proud, boy. You've always done me proud.
Not Walter. Fuck.
Oh, Walter.
What the fuck? That's so fucked. They're gonna do me dirty like that?
I think old Walter would have liked it out here. He was always a fan of looking tall and stony. I can imagine what he'd say if he was here now.
Shut up, Ben.
Exactly.
It's time I return to my own castle. If ever you need to save the world from another abomination, you know where to find me.
You have done what I thought impossible. You are the ruler I could never be. You don't need me anymore. And Albion will heal easier without me.
Well, King, old chum, ruler supreme, pal, you did it. You saved the kingdom. And it's time I said my goodbyes. I'm not cut out to be a general. And I think I'd like to start travelling again. Or maybe see if Paige needs any help down in Industrial. But before I go, let's send off our friend in style, shall we? This one's for you, Walter.
This is the world as it could have been, devoid of color, devoid of life. It is thanks to you that it isn't so, and you did it without becoming a tyrant. The people love you, and you have banished the shadow of your brother's reign. You kept your promise to Sabine and his people, when it would have been easier to turn your back on them. A noble gesture. You turned your back on Paige, but she dealt in ideals. Aurora must deal with reality. Is saving the lives of an entire civilization not worth more than the comfort of its citizens? You understood, as your brother did, that Aurora was a doomed land from the start. Saving Albion was always more important. Without the strength to make those choices, we would not be standing here now. Perhaps we shall meet again one day, King.
Aren't you going to tell me my future?
The future will reveal itself when it is ready to do so.
Damn. So Fable 2 and 3 all took about 10 hours. Interesting. Well, that's going to do it for me. And then once these credit rolls, I'll end the stream. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.